Shalom from Yad Hashmonah. I am Tiffany Pardue here at the home of the Singerman family, who are generously sharing their hearts with us and have welcomed us into their home. Follow me, they have a word to share with us.
Hi, I want to welcome you to our home. My name's Chaim Singerman, and this is my wife Ruti and our daughter Shira. And we are believers in the land of Israel. We live here, and our sons serve in the army. They've been called in reserves. This is a very challenging time for Israel and challenging for us as a family. And yes.
I remember that first Saturday when we woke up and we were having a nice, happy morning, and then all of a sudden we started hearing rockets booming all around us. We realized we were being bombed, and it wasn't just one or two like usual. They just kept coming and coming, and all my kids were in the bomb shelter, and my oldest son got called up and had to head to the Gaza front, and my oldest daughter's husband, she's pregnant, they're expecting their first, but her husband got called up and he's on the Gaza front. My other son is in logistics, and of course he had to work more hours. He came home a few days later and he's like, in the last 72 hours, I've only slept 3 hours. And it's hard on everyone. I think one thing that makes war a little bit different in Israel is that they're not soldiers far away who are numbers. Like, it's your neighbor and your other neighbor's son and your sons, and we're such a small country that everyone's involved and it's personal. I grew up in the United States, and I think my whole entire life I only met maybe 2 people who'd ever even fought in a war, and it was wars were like something in books, but now war is life, and it's different.
Yeah. Yes, every family in Israel is a military family. Every family sends their sons, their daughters to defend Israel. And that is part of the price of existing, of us living in this part of the world, where all of our neighbors and those even among us at times want to annihilate us. And you know, we see that all through Scripture. We see the people wanting to destroy Israel, having a hatred against Israel. And we also see in Scripture that God uses Israel as kind of a dividing line of people's hearts. And even at the very end, it talks about when Yeshua returns. He says that he will gather all nations against Israel, and there's a dividing line. Joel chapter 3 says, multitudes, multitudes in the valley of decision. Pick a side. Are you on God's side, or are you coming against Israel? And he's using Israel as this dividing line, this way to sift the hearts of men. And we're seeing it. You're seeing it on the news continually. There are those who are gathering, praying, crying out for Israel, and there are those who are gathering, standing for Hamas, standing for terrorists who attack us for no reason other than they hate Israel. And so, you know, as a family here in Israel, we want to ask you to pray and to be a voice and to stand with Israel, and also to speak out when people start saying things against Israel and they start saying, well, there's 2 sides. Well, we need to think about how they feel. It's like, well, there are 2 sides, but one side attacked us unprovoked. And we have our children, our sons that are serving to protect this land. Yeah, so anything else you want to share from a mother's heart about what it's like?
I think as you pray for Israel, of course, pray for the safety of the soldiers, pray for people's hearts to be turned to the Lord, but also all the regular things that you pray for your family, for your loved ones every day, to pray those things, because we still have life operating even during a war. We're still doing math lessons even during a war, and we have to continue functioning. The first day, you know, my sons were called up. We had family members going out to Gaza. Then my other son's girlfriend, we got a call, and her brother had been shot in the leg and was at the hospital. And so we had to run over there for that. And then the next day we got another call that her other brother had been found kidnapped. He's a hostage in Gaza. It's not news that's far away. Like, this is family. This is life. And
it touches every family in Israel.
we value your prayers.
Yeah. Yeah. It says in Hebrews 3:13, verse 3, it says, remember those who are in chains as if you're with them. So I just want to ask you to pray, to remember to pray, and to keep praying for our soldiers, as well as those who've been taken captive, and also the families in Israel that are affected. Pray as if it's your children who are on the front lines, who could be taken captive and held in the tunnels in Gaza. But to continue to pray. Remember us as if you are going through this as well. And we so appreciate your prayers and your love, and we feel the prayers and the love of believers around the world. So we say thank you.